Hi, my name is Chris, and today let's talk about data privacy. Now, does data privacy actually exist? Have you ever thought of making your online life private, or have you ever thought of any way so that your online data or your data online is going to be private? Let's get this straight that data privacy does not exist. It has never existed and, of course, will never exist. Technology itself is kind of a two-edged sword, okay? One for good, the other for bad. So, as we always know that technology has done a lot of good in our lives, transformed the world, changed the education system, and a lot of things in this world. Technology has actually impacted the world positively. But also, it has the other side where people don't talk about. Oftentimes, the government agencies we know, like security agencies, they yell privacy, privacy, privacy. But trust me, this is just a way of telling us that we are committing a crime which we do not want you people to know. So why is your data not private? Okay, so actually before you can reach out to online service or you can browse the internet, okay, you need an ISP, an internet service provider. And everything you do, your data that is sent to the internet goes through your ISP. You first send it from your phone or from your computer or from your app. You send it and it passes through your ISP and gets to the server online or goes to the internet. Let me make it that way so that it becomes simple. It goes to the internet, and when it is coming back, it passes through your ISP and then it gets to you. So your ISP is a middleman or the one standing in the middle, in between the internet and you. It stands in the middle, and every communication, every data passes through that gate. It's like a gateway, it's like a gate. So everything that is going out or in passes through your ISP. They are responsible for providing you a public IP address. And of course, without a public IP address, you cannot go online. You cannot browse the internet. For you to browse the internet, you need what we call a public IP, okay, a public IP address. And your ISP is responsible for providing you with a public address. You see, why do they gather our data? Of course, we don't know, but most times, let me tell you one thing. These companies make money out of selling our data. They make huge sums of money out of selling our data. And the funny thing is, aside we providing them enough assets to make money every year, they also sell data bundles to us for a very high rate that a lot of people can't afford. Okay, and it's very wicked. And how are you to say this? Or who are you to blame? Or who are you to go and sue in court? No, it is not possible. But we just want you to know that data privacy does not exist. Will you be shocked? Or actually, yes, not even a question. You will be shocked and dismayed by how much personal information companies like Apple, Google, Amazon, like Meta, like Microsoft, and others are routinely collect about you and use about you. You will be shocked because if you are a Facebook user, if you are a WhatsApp user, Instagram, and others, name them. The messages you send, the pictures, the videos, and whatever you are doing, like TikTok, whatever you are doing is being logged onto a server. So sometimes people are like, we create a Facebook account, and if we do not want the account anymore, all they have to do is they delete the account. And trust me, the account may be gone for you, but actually on the server or for Facebook, the account is still there. The log is still there. Your activities and everything is still there. Just that it has been deleted for you. It's just like WhatsApp, where you can delete messages. You see, people used to install this kind of GB WhatsApp when they were able to delete message for me or for all of them. Even now, it's still there. So you see, people used to delete messages either for me or for everyone. So it's like just saying, delete it for me. But on the other end, it's still there. Okay, so you can delete it for yourself or for everyone. In this case, what these ISPs and these companies do is that they do not delay it for everyone. They delay it for you and not for them. Whatever you are doing is not private. People say, okay, why not use a VPN? Trust me, it's good to use a VPN, okay, but you must use a VPN that is well trusted. Okay, not all VPNs are trusted. And in turn, the government can buy your logs, and you see, they sell these logs to government agencies. Yes, that is what they do. They sell our logs to government agencies. But the trusted VPNs are also very, very expensive with their service that a lot of people even can't afford. Okay, so let me show you. You see, it is not like when you connect to a VPN, you are totally out of the grasp of your ISP. No, your data is still going through your ISP, but just that it's encrypted. Okay, let me show you how a VPN works, and then we will continue right now. So this is how VPN works. Okay, so we have your device right here. Whether you are using a phone or you are using a computer, this is your device. Okay, and then naturally, if you are not using a VPN, what happens is if you send any data or whatever you are doing, the data goes directly to your ISP, and then from your ISP to the internet. And then from the internet, it comes back to your ISP, and then from your ISP to your device. That is how the information travels, okay, from your computer or from your phone to the internet, and from the internet to your phone. That is how information goes and comes. But in this case, if you are using a VPN, what it does is you have a client, a VPN. Let's say you are using NordVPN or ExpressVPN. I am not hereby promoting Nord or Express. That is the best. No, it's just an analogy. Okay. So let's say you are using a VPN client like Windscribe. You have a client here and there is the server elsewhere. Okay. So whenever you type something or you send something, the client encrypts your data and then it sends it to your ISP. So even if your ISP sees the data, it doesn't know what it is and it cannot decrypt it. So the ISP sees the data, all right, but it doesn't know how to decrypt it, of course. Only the server knows how to decrypt this. So from here, the data is encrypted and sent to your ISP. Your ISP doesn't know what it is, so all it has to do is just forward it to the destination. And the destination is the VPN server. So it goes to the VPN server for the VPN server to decrypt it. And then after that, send it to the internet. So the reply will be sent back to the VPN server. And then the VPN server will decrypt the response and then send it to your ISP. And then your ISP also again receives the response, but still doesn't know what it is because it is encrypted. So it will send the encrypted data to your VPN client, which in turn can decrypt it and then send it to your device. So if you are using a VPN, that doesn't mean that you are out of reach of your ISP. They still see what you are doing, but just that they don't understand what it is. But it's somehow better than using raw ISPs. Okay, but as I was saying, some of the VPNs out there cannot be trusted. Those that can be trusted are very expensive with their service, and government agencies often buy logs from these VPN services for a lot of reasons, for maybe marketing reasons, for investigation reasons, for advertisement reason, learning about us, a lot of things, a lot of reasons that different companies buy logs either from your ISP or from these VPN companies. You see, one thing you must know is that we are individually responsible to be our own first line of defense. Okay, no one can protect you 100%. Your privacy solely rests on your shoulder. We are individually responsible for our own privacy. Okay, be very careful what intrusiveness and conditions we agree to trade for convenience of modern technology. Be very, very careful. Okay, so how can your ISP or your CSP legally use your search history, your browsing data, um, and and etc.? Well, you have no idea. Okay, so one thing, let me ask: have you ever read and understand the thousands of words, that is the legalese, in your user agreement that those companies' privacy policies present you? I can assure you that you have already signed away unimaginable rights, privacy protections, and privileges without a second thought or glance. You might have even signed away your rights to sue a company, even if it breaches the contract. So there are things like AI. You see, nowadays people actually love using AI. And have you ever used um, an app like Siri, like Alexa, like Bixby, like Google Assistant, Cortana, like Ring? Have you ever used any of these apps? Let's take Siri for instance. Do you realize that Siri is always listening? Isn't that concerning? Siri is always listening. Immediately you say, "Hey Siri," it pops up and tries to engage in a conversation with you. This means Siri is always listening. So ask yourself, what is Siri listening and where is the data going? Is Siri sending something out that I am not aware? Or is it even watching? Yes, because once they can listen, they can watch as well. And if they are sending data out, maybe they are listening to your conversations and sending it out privately that you don't know. Because why is it that I can usually initially I should have triggered a button for Siri to work, but this is not the case. I just have to say, "Hey Siri," and it activates just like that. Meaning it's always listening, and it might even be watching, as I said earlier. So if that is the case, then where is the data going to? Control of that data, and what are they using this for? Have you ever thought of this? Does it bother you? You see, oftentimes we hear security agencies like NSA, the National Security Agency, they protect us, make sure they provide us with security. But there came a case where NSA was hacked, and we learned of a lot of tools that NSA were using to invade our privacy. NSA at the time, we noticed that they could break into any device at any time they want using special tools that were exposed. So where is the privacy? That is why earlier on I said that they yell privacy, data privacy, but it's just a way of telling you that we are committing a crime that we do not want you to know about. So data privacy does not exist. Actually, be careful of the things you do online and the activities you do online. Things like we've been saving our pictures, our videos, our private data on Google Drive, OneDrive, and you see a lot of cloud storage. These things are actually now cost because companies like Google, Microsoft, like Meta, like Amazon, they cannot be trusted 100%. I am not hereby saying don't trust them. No, I'm saying they cannot be trusted 100% because definitely they make huge sums of money over our backs by selling our private data. So you think you are storing your pictures, your private stuffs on iCloud, on G Drive, on OneDrive, and name them out there. Are you sure that they are safe? Do you actually think about it? No, I don't think so. You see, we live in a truly Orwellian world. It's a big business and it's not a big brother. And that is what worries me the most. So be careful the things that you do online, the data that you store online. Sometimes, if you store private data online, you have to make sure that you either encrypt them or use, and by encryption, I mean use a strong encryption. And if you are to use a password to secure your data, make sure it is a very strong password before you just store them online. Because you may be thinking that you are hiding it from the eye of your neighbor or the person that you are with. But what of the person, the people, or let me say the company that you are storing this information with? Have you ever thought of it that they could also leak my information? Yes, it does happen. Because why is it that a lot of emails are being leaked every day? Why? Because most of the time, maybe I'm using Google, I'm using Microsoft Edge, I'm using Firefox, I'm using Brave, I'm using, you see, name them. All those browsers that claim they are secure browsers. These are the browsers that we use, but most of the time, a lot of emails and passwords are being leaked. You can check on haveibeenpawned.com and you will be shocked the number of emails that are being compromised every day. And you will be shocked even to find your email right now, that by checking haveibeenpawned.com, you will even be shocked that your own email have been leaked out there and your password is known out there. And how does it get out there? Was it sold by Google? Was it sold by Bing? That is Edge, Microsoft, Apple. You see, these same people that promises us with security, they are the same people that betray us. They are the same people that leaks our information. This is the bitter truth, and you can choose to accept it or not. But one thing I want you to know is you are 100% responsible for your own data safety or privacy. Stay safe. Have a nice day until we meet. Make sure you press on the red button to subscribe, and make sure you leave a like, a big thumbs up, and leave your comments in the comment section. We will respond as soon as we see it. Have a nice day. Bye bye.